Exoprimal, a game that launched with so much potential, combining the thrill of high-tech exosuits with the chaos of dino apocalypse. But despite the love from the dedicated fans, like myself, with over 864 hours in this game, it never fully took off. So what went wrong? From the moment Exoprimal was announced, it had the gaming community hyped, a game where you got to battle hordes of dinosaurs in exosuits. The concept was fresh, blending PvE and PvP elements in a way that felt dynamic and action-packed. I even got involved early on, taking part in the alpha and beta tests. The gameplay was exhilarating, and it felt like Capcom was onto something special here. The feedback was flowing, the player base was buzzing, and expectations were high. We all thought this was going to be the next big thing. Let's not forget what made Exoprimal great. The exosuits were unique, with Barrage being one of the most iconic. In fact, I had the pleasure of interviewing Irving Green, Barrage's voice actor. The mechanics were solid, the combat was fluid, and when everything clicked, Exoprimal was a blast to play. So with all this going for it, where did Exoprimal stumble? Well, despite a great concept and core gameplay, it suffered from several issues that pushed players away. The first major flaw was the matchmaking. As a moderator of the Exoprimal Discord, I constantly saw complaints about long queue times, players not being able to queue with friends, and unbalanced matchmaking. It didn't matter how good you were. If you couldn't get into a proper match, the fun drained out quickly. Then there was the content, or should I say lack of it. For a game with such a unique setting, Exoprimal had surprisingly little variety. The missions and objectives became repetitive quickly, with little incentive to keep playing after you hit the higher levels. Trust me, as someone who's hit level 1000, I've seen it all. It needed more depth to keep people coming back. Capcom also fumbled the monetization. The game had cosmetics and skins, but they weren't enough to drive long-term interest. The battle pass systems felt uninspired, and for many, the rewards simply didn't match the time investment required. Players wanted something more substantial, and the lack of meaningful rewards was a huge turn-off. One of the most heartbreaking things is the missed potential of community engagement. I saw firsthand how passionate the fanbase was. We had so many ideas, requests for new suits, modes, even lore expansions, but the updates from the developers felt few and far between. This disconnect hurt the community's long-term investment. So why did Exoprimal fail? It wasn't for lack of heart or dedication. The core game had everything going for it, chaotic premise and loyal fanbase. But technical issues, lack of content, and weak post-launch support dragged it down. Despite its flaws, I'll always have a special place for it in my gaming history. 864 hours, level 1000, and countless memories. But for the game to succeed long term, it needed to evolve. And unfortunately, it never quite did. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think went wrong with Exoprimal? And if you are one of the die-hard fans like me, I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching.